got this nice little one, roll over, on the Copart. A little bit of damage to her. So, a couple of chambers. Actually, all 4 of them have been caged. So, what we're gonna go ahead and do is kind of move this around. I don't have enough room to get behind here. So I'm gonna go through, pull it forward after I uncage some of them. And then get her in position, and then we're gonna do a rear tow on this one. Don't have to worry about fenders to strap down, but gonna go through, kind of show you what we end up doing. The U-bolts are low, so I probably don't need to use my cups on them, but just to be on the safe side, we'll probably go through, like I said, do a rear tow with it. They're nice and flush. Got enough clearance to go through. Alright, let's go ahead and do up my drives. Alright, got my nice little coat hanger. I go through, pretty much use that whenever I get into a situation where they have all those air fairings around it. Go through. I ain't gonna get down. I can just go through, pick it up here. One. Let's go to the other side. Lift her up. So now they got all these dang plastics and stuff up on. Do the same thing. Yummy grease. Love. Well, love this job. Stays so clean in here. Go through, lift her up. Got a couple inches off the ground. We'll lock up the steering wheel, put some straps on, lights in the front, make sure the hood's strapped down, this side nice and up. So you see, went up and over, went around all the airlines, making sure that it won't go through and hit up on it. And then my tailings are not touching the ground. I'm gonna go through, run my straps around the axle, and go through and hold it together. Show you what I'm gonna do over on this side. Going around, choking the axle. And I'm gonna go through my with my holes. Just going through the hole, back around, up and over, and go behind the shock tower. I'm coming up over here. Set you down. Get my binder. Weight to that side. Chain down on the back. And what I normally go through and do after, check my chains nice and tight, make sure I don't have no slack in any areas. There's the other side, up and over, nice and tight. Checking my chain, everything's nice and tight all the way around. So other thing I can end up doing is I can run a strap right over the by the axle, right up and over, and then mine I believe are about 54 inch. I can go through and make it around the actual crossbar itself. What I've been doing is going through one of my holes and then leaving the ratchet on the other side, and the same thing up over here. Kind of got to the point to where if I leave my receivers in the high side, then what I've been doing is my ratchets getting stuck right up against it, so I can't do a full open to make sure that I can get them out, and had to pretty much use a screwdriver. Alright, back's pretty much secured down. We go through, run the safeties, and then start strapping every single thing else down. come up to my passenger box, go through, get my 6 foot. I try to keep a set of clean ones to go through, so anytime we do steering wheels, we're be respectful when we go through and then secure them down. So what we're going to end up going through to do, I've already lowered the seat down, put the steering wheel all the way in and all the way down, re-secure it back. I'm going to take the seat and make sure the seat's all the way in the backwards position. I'm then going to go through, since I have my steering wheel, I normally do one strap through here, another strap through here, so I go through and hold the steering wheel nice and tight. Again, go through here. Like these ones, you can pull them out wherever that's needed, and then you go through, just push this nice little red button, automatically pulls out all that slack to where you need it, and then I can start ratchets. Go with the second one. So anything that's nice and hard, I'll go through and get onto for the seat. That way I can go through and make sure that I don't have this seat kind of bumping up and down if I was to go through and grab anything from here. So this nice base plate, which is secured down, I'm gonna go in, tighten this side up, and then as I go through and do that, I should start seeing the steering wheel come nice and straight, putting enough pressure that's up onto it. I don't have no pigtails or anything hanging around. Both my straps are nice and secured. Nice downward position, straight down to the point. I have gone before to my brake pedal, but I try not to go through and do that because you have a nice straight line which goes right with the steering wheel shaft itself, so it will still allow the steering wheel to move. But in this instant, you see where it's nice and hard because I've got it on both positions. Again, like I said, going up over here, I have had it to where my steering wheel has actually turned on me, and then the truck will go down sideways some. All right, nice little mirrors that are up here. Go through, fold them in. The other side is broken, so I have it in that position. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a electrical tape and go around at least the mirrors on that side, and then also a mirror on this side to go through and then hold it, and then the blind spot mirror, go through and secure that down. The other side of the hood is still secured, so I'm gonna go through and grab onto this side and then pull it back down up over here. Every single thing else is pretty much nice and tight up on here. My connections and things, I'll use the bungee cords to go through and then secure them down. And lastly, all I got to do is just take it and suck it in. I've noticed if I do go in a little bit too far, not leaving enough, it starts to round out my sides right here. So I'll try to push it out some, get that gap open. And what I've been using is kind of just trying to find something to place in between there. Normally I get my hammer, so whenever I go and I suck it in, I go through, get it up to that point. Now I have a nice little gap that's right here, which will now allow me to actually pivot right here. go through and run my safeties. Fairly simple. So we just kind of go around the rear frame, cross member. I do understand, of course, that yes, it is bolted for some individuals. I didn't say anything, but if it comes to use of those, then trust me, at least it'll be enough to see with what goes on, and gives enough time for us to go through and react and be able to safely get this done. Last things we go through and do, we go through and make sure that our chains are at least 6 inches to about 10 inches off the ground. Make sure that we have a nice path that we go through and end up turning. All right, just go ahead and finish up that hood. All right, so last and final, under reach is in position. Got my chains, using my securements, got my safeties. Got the front drives are lifted up. I went ahead and secured all the hoses. I don't have to worry about any fairings that are up on here. Took that mirror off, went ahead and taped that one. As you see right here, got my hood secured down. Got lights. Mirrors taped up. Steering wheel secured. Got this secured down. Went ahead and ran a loop strap around there, pulling it down, picking up my pigtails, and that's it. Let's go ahead and get her on the road. All right, so I wanted to show her and her only, pretty much just with the boogie lights that I ended up getting. Bought the heavy duty multicolor with amber. I still have yet to put the amber lights on, and then I just got some cheap little rock lights, color chasers, to put inside the wells. That way, whenever they get destroyed, it ain't really anything. So that's what she looks like, just with them lights alone. Go through and turn on all the other marker lights. So you kind of see how she looks like at nighttime. Shines really pretty. So go through, just rolling around in blue right now. Match that boom.